Hi everyone, it's Natasha. If you're new to my videos and my channel, what I do is most of my videos are going to be, about items and services, experiences that I've encountered. Sometimes I'll do like a thorough research and I share that information. No, it doesn't matter the source of how I acquired these information, experiences through brands, services, or items. They will always be completely honest and non-fabricated and non-biased. Today, I want to talk about my Louis Vuitton Noe, and this is the one that I unboxed yesterday. So what I did since then was I cleaned it and I used this one, the Lexol Leather Deep Cleaner. And of course, when I was satisfied with the cleaning, I rubbed this multiple times. And again, this is the inside of this. It doesn't really say, it's not the leather conditioner. It's the Lexol Leather Deep Conditioner. I just never really changed the bottle because it still worked, and I bought I bought the refill, which was 33 fluid ounces. So when I'm cleaning, when you're using like a leather cleaner, it's a really it's a much more faster process. It does dry pretty fast, so you can kind of tell that if you don't condition it, it will really dry out your leather. It can cause a lot of wrinkles. It can cause cracking. And future damage that it would just separate and crack. Once you have a crack on your leather, it is a terminal cancer on your leather. You will never be able to fix that. There won't be anything that will just make the crack disappear, if that makes sense. Once it cracks, it just the crack will just predominantly get deeper and worse through wear and tear. So I'm very worried about that on all of my leather items, not just Louis Vuitton and not just Vachetta. So I always use conditioner. I'm not really sure if you can see the difference from yesterday and today, because for me, I don't really see a big difference because a lot of times when you're cleaning Vachetta leather, sometimes you really can't see a big difference in the color. And that could just be that is the natural color of the patina. And if you haven't seen my other video, just to let you know, these don't discolor or make your patina or your Vachetta leather darken. It will temporarily darken it once it's still a little bit moist, but once it dries out, and this is already dry, because I didn't treat this today. That was all day yesterday. Once it dries out, it'll go back to the natural shade or color. So don't worry about that. The thing that sometimes will happen, it could lighten it up a little bit. If it's a very deep patina, I would suggest the saddle soap that I've mentioned before, and that is in a different video that I have. And don't worry, everything that I'm going to mention, they're going to be links down below. Also, that's just for easy access on you. So anyway, these were the ones I used, and I did use several rags. You know, I just kept rubbing it and rubbing it. I had the TV on, making sure, you know, it didn't sound lonely. But that's just me. I wanted to show the progress that I've done in one day. If I will do anything more out of it, I'll probably just add a few layers of the conditioner. Now, the reason I do this is from personal experience. So before, I was using a lot of cleaners, and there were times that I didn't, and this was before I knew, I didn't use a conditioner, or I only used one layer, or if I used the cleaner, and I used the Apple brand cleaner at the time. If I had used the cleaner, let's say 5 times, and I had the mistake also of not conditioning it overnight and not conditioning it enough. So what happened was one of my other Louis Vuitton in Monogram with a canvas trim, in monogram canvas with the Vachetta trim started to crack badly. So that's what I learned. And I did my research as to what really causes cracking. And you have a lot of people believe that Vachetta leather is completely different from all leather. That is not true. Vachetta leather is just the untreated leather when it became leather. So there are no dyes, there's no sealant on it, there's no whatever else that they believe to add waterproofing on it. Vachetta doesn't have any of that. So that's why it's called untreated leather. Due to the fact that leather is always going to, well, unless it says it's faux leather, or what else would they call it? I think it's just faux leather. If there's any kind of other term, then maybe there's, I'm sure there's another term out there to make it seem nice. But if it is made out of, if it is real leather, then that is still animal product and animal skin. And you will always still need to condition that. It will always dry, no matter what kind of leather you have. It doesn't matter. But this is your personal preference, because I know a lot of people do go to Louis Vuitton, they ask the SA or the sales associate, how am I supposed to take care of my leather? How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to do that? In my opinion, I believe they have been told to not do anything with it, which is fine as well. You don't have to if you don't want to. And if you want to go with that, that's fine. The reason I did that was because I did notice some of my older pieces were starting to get cracks, and I wanted to prevent that. And when I did my research, the only way to prevent cracking and destruction of your leather is to maintain it, is to treat it. Some people call it treatment, I call it maintenance, because it is a maintenance. You know, you have to do it often. You have to do it as often as you feel comfortable, as often as you probably use it. Now, I only used these two for this bag, and the reason that I didn't add the rain and stain repellent is because I'm not going to use it. I just wanted to do a thorough cleaning, a thorough conditioning, due to the fact that this wasn't previously mine, and that's just me. It doesn't matter who gives it to me. It doesn't matter if I don't get anything brand new, I will always do a thorough cleaning until my satisfactory. So that's why I did that. I wanted to do this video just to kind of show that, you know, when you are maintaining your bags, especially your Louis Vuitton or luxury bags, it is going to take up your time, and it will require a lot of your patience, especially for the Vachetta. But once you start, if you do have a brand new Louis Vuitton bag with Vachetta trim, what I would suggest you do, and what I have been doing, is I don't clean it. I do multiple layers of conditioner. Let's just say I did 5 layers, and I'm satisfactory with that. And again, I don't saturate it per layer. I spray it on the rag. I don't even spray it directly on the leather. Spray it on a rag, and I rub it thoroughly. If I want to rub it 2-3 times in that specific spot, I'll do that. I'll let it soak 20 to 30 minutes, and then I'll keep doing that and doing that and doing that. I also kind of plan to do it and make sure I have enough time, because it can get a little tedious. And sometimes for whatever reason, I tend to do it later in the day, or I finish later in the day. I kind of plan it ahead of time just to make sure I have enough time to do it. And when I do finish that specific layer, I make sure it's not one layer only, even if it's a brand new bag. And when I do multiple layers, it's not until the very next day that I will do the apple rain and stain repellent before using it. This is for a brand new bag with a brand new Vachetta. With the older bags that I had, it's a completely different process. I will always use the cleaner first, then the conditioner. And if it's just gonna go back to my closet, then I stop there. I don't put the apple. I think it kind of, maybe it's just me worrying about it because I don't want to, number one, I don't want to be wasteful and use it. And it's just going to sit there and it's not even going to be used. I'm not even going to touch it. Secondly, it makes me worry that it could dry up the leather as well. So, me not using it, it's in a closet. To me, I'm not comfortable with that. So I only spray the Apple brand Guard Rain and Stain Repellent if I will be using my bag that day or the next day. So, and also, you know, there's not a lot of material in it. There's not a lot of stuff in the can, so I don't want to be wasteful and just spray it, but I'm not going to use it. I believe it's just a waste of resource, money, and time. So there you go. The strap, I've shown you, or if I didn't, it's inside, it's in the bottom. The strap is in the bottom, so is the drawstring. I keep them in there, and they're also both cleaned and conditioned. The dirtiest part, which is to be expected, was the top trim leather, as well as the drawstring. Everything else didn't require a lot of cleaning. I did condition everything the same amount of layers. Even though I didn't use the same amount of cleaning product on it, I just still did that myself. I didn't do any brass cleaning. If you can see, I think it's still pretty shiny. But you know, if I change my mind today and I feel like I still want to condition it, and maybe I'll do the brass cleaning, maybe I will. But I don't really think that right now. And I think it's because I know I'm not going to use it anytime soon. Anytime soon is within 24 hours. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to wait for my original club organizer. And don't worry, I'm probably going to do a video of the original club and my experiences, and as well as how it performs for me and why I prefer that over other organizers. So I hope you like my video. Thank you so much for spending the time with me today in regards to me talking about my second Noe, because I have two of these now, which is, I don't know. I always thought that was kind of weird when someone has the same bag. Exactly the same, because my other one, if you guys haven't seen that video, I did a review on it. A review or a first impression? I'm not sure. But it's also around the same age. It is exactly the same, except the patina shade this is way later than that one. And this wasn't very used compared to the other one. What else? They're both monogram. They're both monogram with Vachetta trim. And I have mentioned this in my great group in Facebook, which is called Louis Vuitton Addicted Buy and Sell, that if Louis Vuitton does release this particular bag in the Noe, the original Noe, not the Petit Noe, not the BB, not the Mini, not the Nano, but this particular size, and if they change the color of the leather trim, if it's going to be like pebble leather in black or noir, or a specific kind of leather that they've been using with monogram, and it's a different kind of leather than the Damier bean. If they did that and they had more options like a black, a brown, a red, a pink, I know they've done it with other monogram items in like powder blue, baby pink, a red, an orange red, like an orange red color. They've done a yellow now. a black. They should do a brown as well, like how the Vachetta would look. And the brown can be like different shades, you know, because it could do a light patina brown. Like the color would be similar to what Vachetta would look like if it was a light brown, if it was a medium brown, if it was a dark brown. That would be so beautiful. And I've said this before, if they do release the Noe with different colors in that kind of aspect, everything is going to be the same except for that part. I will probably buy more, most likely buy more. And I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this bag. I really don't, but I am. And I am very, very shocked. So anyway, you know what? If you do love Louis Vuitton and you have certain specific models that maybe you also have a double or 3 of the same ones, maybe you can also share that with me and let me know which ones are like a specific model or design that you have with Louis Vuitton that you are so obsessed with, that you have an identical one, a second identical one, maybe a third one, or you have the same one, maybe different colors if that's an option. This is the only bag that I've ever thought that I would want to get a Damier just because I love it so much, but I don't think that's going to happen just because it's Damier and it's just not for me. So anyway, I hope you liked my video and enjoyed it. Thank you so much for the time. I hope you can give me a thumbs up, and I hope you enjoyed it. Also, if there's anything that I probably missed, you have any questions, you have suggestions, or you just want to say hi, everything is welcome. I hope you enjoyed it a lot, that you will subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for spending the time with me again. I hope to always have you in watching my videos. Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.